What good is $1,000,000 if you can't even find someone to share a slice of cake with? On his birthday, a millionaire sat in a crowded cafe, completely alone. But when a tired single mother walked in with her little boy, his night and his heart changed forever. The cafe was alive with chatter, steaming cups, and the warm smell of fresh bread. Yet in the corner sat a man who looked strangely out of place. His suit was sharp, his watch gleamed, his shoes polished to perfection. But his face? His face carried the weight of silence. God, it was Daniel's birthday. On the table in front of him sat a single slice of cake with one small candle. He had bought it for himself. There was no one else to bring it. No family waiting. No friends coming through the door. As he leaned forward and blew out the candle, a faint smile touched his lips. But the emptiness inside him remained untouched. The bell above the cafe door jingled, letting in a rush of cold evening air. A woman entered, soaked from the rain, holding the hand of a little boy. Her coat was thin, her shoes worn. The boy's cheeks were rosy, his eyes wide with wonder at the cozy cafe, but there were no seats left. Only one table had space. Daniel's. "Excuse me, sir," the woman said softly, almost embarrassed. "Would you mind if we sat here? Everywhere else is full." Daniel looked up startled. For a moment he hesitated. Then he nodded gently. "Please sit." The boy grinned as he sipped hot chocolate, his legs swinging under the chair. The mother offered Daniel a small smile of thanks before turning her attention to her son. Daniel, usually guarded, found himself watching them closely. He noticed the way she gently brushed crumbs off her son's cheek, the way the boy's laughter lit up her tired face. He hadn't seen that kind of warmth in years. Finally, the woman asked, "Is it your birthday?" Pointing at the half-melted candle. Daniel gave a faint laugh. "Yes, though it's nothing special." The boy tilted his head. "But birthdays are supposed to be fun." For the first time all night, Daniel spoke more than a sentence. He told them how his life had been filled with money, business, and success, but not with people. The more he built, the more he lost. Birthdays became meetings. Friendships became memories. Sometimes, Daniel admitted, staring at his untouched cake, you can be surrounded by everything and still have nothing. The mother nodded quietly. She didn't pity him, she understood. When Daniel asked about her life, she hesitated. Then she explained how she was raising her son alone, working long hours just to pay rent. She had no money for extras, no toys, no celebrations, but she had love. And in her eyes, that made her richer than most. Her words struck Daniel deeply. He realized she carried more strength in her worn-out shoes than he ever had in his expensive suit. The little boy suddenly leaned across the table, his small hands clapping together. "Make a wish, mister." "Blow the candle again." Daniel chuckled. "I already did." "Then do it with me this time." The boy insisted. For the first time in decades, Daniel closed his eyes and wished. But instead of riches, he wished for something different, something real. When the mother reached for her wallet to pay, Daniel stopped her. "No," he said softly. "Tonight, let me." She shook her head. "I don't take handouts. It's not a handout," Daniel replied. "It's gratitude. Tonight, you gave me more than money ever could." Her eyes softened. She realized he wasn't trying to buy respect. He was offering thanks. When they finally left, Daniel remained at the table, staring at the empty chairs where they had sat. For the first time in years, his heart felt full. He realized that night that wealth isn't the cars in the driveway, the mansion on the hill, or the zeros in a bank account. True wealth is laughter. It's love. It's having someone across the table who makes life worth celebrating. The next day, Daniel didn't wake up to silence. He woke up with purpose. He reached out not to throw money around, but to build connection. To use his wealth not as walls, but as bridges, because the greatest birthday gift he had ever received came from a single mother and her child who reminded him of a truth he'd long forgotten. Being rich means nothing if your heart is poor.